Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here. So, first and foremost, as we look at good old Andre here, just so I can see from the previous episode, my levels have not changed. I have 0 souls because I dumped all of them off at the jump point by Udex Gundir's fight. Again, I do have some extra items, usually for lore reasons. For the other video, I just have these because, do I use them? Absolutely not. I have none of the rings that I will basically end up with except for the Estus one. However, we do have a couple of things we will need to do here. But also, Thursday, I will be streaming some First Descendant if y'all wanted to take a look at that game. Oh, here's this man's. Here's this man's here.
I know you. I just dropped in now. This cess couldn't be better. This place is a good note.
Yeah, but he chills here. Eventually, we'll be seeing Cirrus as well. Because I personally would like to do her quest, honestly. We have to go back to Wolf Guy. Yes, Old Wolf of Farron. Now, I will be streaming on this Thursday. I'm going to try to get this video out on Tuesday. But, I will be streaming the new season stuff. I will be streaming at least in, like, the Craft Haley as soon as possible. And, maybe do a little bit of, stuff. So if y'all have questions or anything like that, be sure to stop by. I'll be streaming on the PS5, unfortunately, so... Because my PC, for whatever reason, can't really handle First Descendant, but my PS5 can. So it might be a little bit worse than usual, but, we can make do. Make do. Alright, we're gonna beat this guy up here, actually. I like to play a little bit more aggressively. Unfortunately... By the way, his moveset is almost exactly like the Asylum Demon from Dark Souls 1. Damn. Okay, he's spitting rocks? Alright. Oh my god, okay. Bruh. Oh my god! There we are! Holy! Okay, but his soul will give us Havel's Ring. But yeah, he has a very similar moveset to the Asylum Demon from Dark Souls 1. So yeah, that's kinda fun. A little bit of an interesting note. But yeah, so that'll be happening on Thursday. I don't know exactly what time I'm gonna stream or anything like that. Probably at around 11. Probably. So yeah, that'll be the time to ask you questions and whatnot. I do have a face cam now. I'm not gonna be using it for Dark Souls for the rest of this playthrough until like maybe Dark Eater Midir. I'll probably use it because I personally feel like that's gonna be quite an event. Since it's the only Souls game boss that I've... Okay, in terms of Souls bosses from games that I have completed, it's the only one. Elden Ring, I only count Remembrance bosses, which I have beaten all of them. Okay, we need to go up here. Boop.
Aha, so.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we want Havel's Ring. Havel's Ring is going to become a mainstay until we get Lord's Favor. We So that's going to help our equipment load by quite a lot. So yeah, we're going to do that. In case y'all are new here, again, I don't ever use these 3 rings, but also this one is for recording purposes only. So that's a thing of note. Also, yes, in case y'all do not know, Brass Crest Shield barely gives a note, like it's barely noticeable on stamina regen. Same with the base Chloranthy ring. There is a +3 Chloranthy ring in Ringed City, so we will be going for that at some point. But now we can equip a little. We can afford to equip more heavier armor now, so that's nice. Even though there's really no armor pieces that are heavier that I actually want to equip currently, it's gonna be more important. Like Lord's Favor, whatnot's gonna be more important when we reach Profane Capital in that quests and also for this video here, let's go to Abyss Watchers. So, a couple of things. I am not going to be covering. I've decided I'm not going to be covering or area comparing Smoldering Lake or any of that area. We're going to keep to the tradition of doing lore um, after every Lord of Cinder. However, I still plan on taking care of Pond of Sullivan first. But I might, depending on how things are, I might go ahead and this is going to be a little interesting. There are a couple of drop down points. You got to be careful here. Okay. Come on. So unlike other Souls games, like in Demon Souls, you had to hit the corpse. Okay. But blessed weapons. Whew, okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. Come on. Come on. Come on, make it. Ah, so we lit the first bonfire. Let's go. Whew. Okay. So just make sure to remember, we are not going to be covering High Lord Wolnir's lore or anything like that. Smoldering Lake, based on what I have seen and heard, it's one of those situations where it's tied to Lost Izalith and maybe Ash Lake and lore, but there's nothing concrete, if that makes sense. So that's how we're kind of going to be treating Smoldering Lake as that. Which is fine with me, because that means I don't have to go through the entire area with the goddamn crossbow. Carthus Rouges for bleed specifically. Oh my. You have to go to the left here if I remember correctly. Interesting. She's not there. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we have to talk to Henri here.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since. Yes, I see.
We haven't found him yet.
Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself, no question. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice the resolve. If you happen upon him, please tell him that I remain in the catacombs and will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him my word, I beg of you. May the flames guide your way.
We are gonna
Come on, Horace.
find him.
Please tell him that I remain in the catacombs and will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him my word. May the flame.
Okay. Mm. Yeah. Now we have to get to our Lord Walnir. Oh, hello, Crystal Lizard. Here, even though the Crystal Lizard's entirely useless. Carthus Rouge is also basically useless, so we're gonna jump off here. At least for quite a long time, it's gonna be useless. Um, the somewhat issue with Dark Souls 3's a lot of the boss designs is you can't be aggressive. And yeah, the same goes for Elden Ring for the most part, but in certain situations, you can sort of sit there and just, because you have a summon there that can help take aggro, you can kind of just wail on them, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. Now we're gonna have to wait for this ball to come back. There's another little room up here, but we don't have anything we actually need up over here. Yes, up this path, if I remember correctly. Yes, Henri is here. We're gonna talk to her quick.
So, we meet again. Have you seen
Oh no,
Horace?
no.
I don't.
Ah, okay. Okay. This is this is how Lord Walnir's fight. We are not gonna do that yet. We are instead going to descend. This is also how you get to Ash Lake as well. Bonfire lit. Okay. Okay. So now we have to kill Horus. And we can never ever tell Henri about it. Okay, this area is a pain in the ass. So, yeah, this is gonna be. Come on. I at least need to get this. Yes, bonfire. Bonfire. Okay. This area is completely optional, at least as if I remember correctly. Oh, large Titanite shard. We are not, even if we pick up large Titanite shards, we are not going to be using them. Okay, we don't have that many things on us, so what we are doing here is looking for an undead bone shard. Ow. But I forget where a lot of things are, so oh, there you can see the one of the demons. And as you can see there, some older demons coming into the fray. If I die here, it's not worth. Ooh, sheesh. Get duped. Why do I have another bonfire here? I don't really understand why we have another bonfire here. There is an Isla Stone. No way we're actually able to get away, right? So yeah, this is a pretty important area if you're into pyromancy. But yeah, there's some evidence there that this area was at least at one point in time connected to Lust Izalith. As also evidenced by the trees and whatnot. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I am. Oh, now I remember where I'm at. We actually do need to be here. Now, we're probably... I don't think we are actually strong enough to kill Horus. Oh my god. Twinkling Time Knight we don't really need. Also. Alright. Sorry, I had to make sure to double check if killing horse was really super important. So this step that I'm doing here is not important if you don't. Bruh. What? Why did I jump there? Okay, I misjudged the distance. Get my flask. Bop, bop. We traded there. Woo! Okay. There we are. Horse is down. He hollowed, unfortunately, so we had to do it to him. So here's kind of what happens with Henri's quest line here. Oh, damn. It's a lot of goodies. But, okay. So if you kill Horus, what happens is if you tell Henri of Horus's location, she comes here and she kind of laments his death or whatever. But if you kill High Lord Wolnir first, she will move to Church of Yorshka. I think I need Old Kings. However, if you do not kill Horus, you find him, you don't kill him, and you tell Henri of his location, Horus will kill Henri. So that is something of note. Alright, this is not a necessary step at all in any of what we're doing, but we're gonna attempt, at least, to take care of the old Demon King. Oh my... Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. 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 Um... I'm a little pissed off, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little pissed off. We are gonna Ember here, because there's an NPC summon here. That I think has a quest that I might do. I forgot my shield is invisible. Okay. Okay. I don't remember where the summon sign is at, though. Running all the way back over here. Until that NPC summon. I believe this NPC has to stay alive during the old Demon King fight. Also, Great Swamp. Besides less connections. Oh, I missed me, bitch. Here we have the old Demon King. I haven't activated the boss fight yet, so... Oh my god, okay. Bruh. Bruh. Interesting. Okay, we need to stay away from him briefly. Yeah, we got to get out of that ring. Fuck. I didn't dodge. I didn't iframe through that. Meteors. Oh, I'm probably dead. I need him to de-aggro off of me. Oh my god, I actually iframed through that. Oh, damn. I did not iframe through that. Meteor. We died at the same time. Hello everyone, this is editing me here. My dumbass forgot to, I didn't realize I was muted during this whole section. So basically, we're going to take on High Lord Wolnir. Again, just to reiterate, I'm not going to be covering any lore in this episode. We're going to sticking to the whole covering all previous bosses lore when we hit a Lord of Cinder. So this will also apply to the Old Demon King. Also, we will not be defeating Old Demon King in this video. Um, I just didn't want to bother dealing with him at that current moment in time. So I decided to, go ahead and do it at another time. Probably in the next episode, I might take him on. I want to more so focus on getting the washing pole and Sigurd's armor. Because we've beaten our first Lord of Cinder, and we still, and well, we're about a quarter of the way through the game now, and actually I would say maybe slightly more than a quarter, if you don't count DLC. If you count DLC, then we're maybe a little bit less than a quarter. But in terms of video wise, we're a little bit more than a quarter of the way through, I believe. But this boss is one of my ironically personal favorite bosses, and here we're attacking his right hand first, because usually whenever I destroy the rings on his left hand, I tends to move the right hand more, so in my opinion it's a little bit better to take care of his right hand. So basically for this boss fight, all you do is just wail on the ring on his hand until it explodes, and that's kind of it. That you do have to watch out for the purple fog on his arm. I mean, in his lower body, because that does a lot of tick damage to you. Also, I never really encountered skeletons in this fight. Like, Wolnir was also a little bit more aggressive. I don't know if that's the word for it. But I never had to deal with skeletons this much in this fight. And it makes it way worse. Way worse. But in case y'all are new to the channel, I tend to like bosses that most people don't really like very much. For example, I kind of like Celestial Emissary for its jiggle physics. I like Living Failures. I also like Dark. I really legitimately enjoy Dark Beast Parlous boss fight. But yeah, his left, Walnir's left side tends to be more lax than his right side. And there we are. He's dead. I just love the goofy. I just love the goofy boss exit. It's so I like it. I like it. It's pretty fun. Now, I think I'm just going to let this stick as a shorter episode. I'm probably going to let this stick as a shorter episode, but the next episode, I still really kind of have to decide if I am going to do Profane Capital or Pawn of Sullivan first. I think I am going to do Pawn of Sullivan, but the thing is, realistically, you would go from Pawn of Sullivan straight to Aldrich Saint of the Deep, and that would wrap up all of Erythral Boreal Valley. My only thing is that episode might be a little bit longer because there's a major ending related NPC quest I will be finishing, and also it'll be and there's even previous boss or like Deacons of the Deep are tied to Saint Aldrich of the Deep. There's quite a bit of lore, so that's another reason why I might just be like, okay, we might just go ahead and do Profane Capital first, but Profane Capital is also, area-wise, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad and confusing. I would, the closest area that I can kind of equate it to is, Latria in Demon Souls. I would probably equate it to Latria. At least that's the boss that I equated the closest to. Also, we are going to go ahead and take a look at what Wolnir has. It's a spell and a sword, but this is mostly so for y'all can decide whether or not to transpose the soul or not. Also, we have a new NPC over here, another hunter-like character, however, PvP. So we won't be interacting with him really at all. Does that do PvP? Period. Not even like in Bloodborne, I don't do PvP, like none of that. I just personally find it a little bit more difficult to read people, interestingly enough. But yeah, we're going to talk to Ludliz here. We're going to go ahead and see what he has. I don't really recommend using transposition unless you're going for a specific build and if you're using spells, and for Havel's Ring. Havel's Ring is probably if you were to only use one soul, Havel's Ring is the one to use. At least if you plan on using heavier armor, because that saves you a crap ton of points of dumping into equipment load. And since Sigurd's armor is a little bit beefier, which we of course plan on, using our boy Sigurd's armor, we're gonna do some stuff. Also, I'll probably have to. Another reason why I'll probably want to level up a little bit more before going into Profane Capital is because of Sigurd specifically, and finishing his quest out in a nice way here is probably going to be more important. Also, we are going to have to start putting damage into our stats, because we are getting a little bit close to getting the washing pole, but we need 18 strength and 20 dexterity to really use it. Being realistic, we don't need 18 strength due to we two-hand, but I personally would rather have that being. I would rather. I don't like depending on two-handing for stats. I just don't. So that's one of the reasons why we're gonna try to focus on getting our strength up next. Even though the Uchiha Katana does not really benefit from strength at all. Thankfully, our resistance, some of our resistances are boosted by strength, so that's kind of nice, especially since Pawn of Sullivan. I believe he does magic and fire damage. I believe those are the two damage types. And yes, of course, we are going to be using NPC summons for Pawn of Sullivan. And for Yorm the Giant, if you know, you know, but we are for sure going to be using an NPC summon for that fight. So, not, if it's in the game, I'm gonna fucking use it. That's just how it is. And being honest here, the strangest part about Dark Souls 3, in my opinion, is that NPC summons are somewhat required for certain bosses. I find it a little bit strange because in Elden Ring, all NPC summons are kind of optional, except there are a few exceptions, but they're pretty few and far between. Um, in in Bloodborne, none of the NPC summons are like required at all. Eh, no, some NPC help is forced on you. For example, when you go back to Gascoigne's area, Eileen is a forced help summon, sort of. But most quests don't really require you to NPC summon at all. It's a little bit strange that Dark Souls 3 is kind of that way. Like for Deacons of the Deep, Henri of Astora, you do want to summon her there, and Horus there. You definitely do. I I don't quite remember whether or not it's required, but yeah. And also on that note, y'all won't be seeing the old Demon King again because I failed this time, of course, but y'all will be seeing Irithyll of Boreal Valley. Alright, I just realized I was muted for a while. So, by the way, we are not going to be attempting old Demon King. I don't feel like it right now. So, I really am probably going to grab the washing pole first. But here we are, Irithyll of Boreal Valley. By the way, we are not going to be fighting Pon Sullivan in this video. Basically, we're gonna get to that bonfire, and we're gonna end the video there. Okay. We actually do need to kill him. There we are! Holy shit! Okay. Okay. Okay, Panos' left eye, I believe, increases damage. Right? Boost attacks as long as attacking persists. Yeah, which, unfortunately, in Dark Souls 3 doesn't work well at all. Unless you're running like a exceedingly high poise build, just doesn't work. By the way, if you do not manage to kill him there, you can skip him, but if you don't manage to kill him there, he will spawn again when you reach the water area down there. So just keep that in mind. Okay. But, you know, I think this is a good stopping point. Oh, by the way, something I should mention here. So, basically, what kind of happens with this particular beast is, so when he'll spawn up there, you know, jump down, he'll fight you along this bridge. Basically a really terrible cleric beast. However, he will follow you until you get here. Until you get here, the second you cross this, he will not he'll not follow you anymore. And at that point he will disappear to the lower area. Well, on that note though, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch y'all on the flip side.